it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island. Hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Hey, it's Piscopo in the morning. We are stopping everything for this man, Mr. Mike Gallagher.
Prayer works. You know what I mean.
Ixnay on the you-know-what
No,
way.
Joe, no. You guys know what I mean. Pray.
No.
Pray for our country.
Praise Jesus.
Yes, let's pray.
Praise Jesus.
Time to pray. Good morning, guys.
Mike,
Sitting in the chair that Don Mattingly sat
baby.
in.
How about that, man?
This is Mike.
He's going to take the chair.
Can I have the chair?
He's going to take the chair.
I'm going to sneak it out.
We're selling it. We're auctioning it.
Yeah,
for
we're
charity.
auctioning.
This
It's like a seat at Yankee Stadium.
I mean, how cool is that?
Instead of the
What-
X chair, it's
Donnie-
the Mattingly chair.
what a classy guy. though,
Wow.
huh?
Well,
Classy
the
guy.
two of you. I mean,
And David Burke Forks next to you. So just want to let you know.
that's amazing.
But it was-
I mean,
it was- he-
chills. I mean, and just own this city and
Now helping out at Cantor Fitzgerald on this day, Mike. You know,
huge. And what a day to remember 17 years ago where we were and what this country has experienced and what New Yorkers went through.
Yeah,
what we all
yeah.
experienced.
Thank you.
I was talking to Frankie Five Boroughs about sitting in the Empire State Building.
you were at the Empire State Building
Yeah.
when it happened.
When it happened.
Can you walk us through? Do you have time to walk us through
Ron
that?
Mitchell, who's he worked for Bill O'Reilly for years after he left. After I went to Dallas, but Ron Mitchell was one of my original producers, and he's at Fox News now. He came running into my office a few minutes before 9. He said, "Boss, something bad happened at the Twin Towers." Now, where we were located in the Empire State Building, we were on the 17th floor, but we were facing the opposite direction, so we couldn't see out the building. But we had the TV monitors on, and everybody thought it was a small plane. Anyhow, we got out. Of course, the Empire State Building got evacuated almost immediately. In fact, I always thought this was very telling how good security is in Manhattan. They were evacuating the Empire State Building after the first plane, not the second one. The alarms went off, and they wanted people out, so they knew, they had the wherewithal to realize something bad is going on to skyscrapers in New York City. Anyway, of course, we had to get out. It was mandatory. We had to put, tape on. I had a home out in Manhasset, out on the island. And we piled up. We went out to Fifth Avenue. I did some interviews. People were just roaming Fifth Avenue in the street, looking downtown at the Twin Towers.
The towers had come down at that point?
Not yet. And you could see the fire from Fifth Avenue, 34th and 5th, because you remember that view looking straight down Fifth Avenue, and you could see the Twin Towers. And we were just, it was like Night of the Living Dead. I mean, we were all looking up and just couldn't believe it. Did some interviews, got in the car. We were one of the last cars to get through the Queens Midtown because we looked back and we saw they sealed it off after we drove through to get out to my house. They closed all the tunnels and bridges. Got out to the BQE, pulled off to the side of the road. We watched the towers fall from the side of the road, and just couldn't believe it. And Ron said, "They're gone." I said, "No, they can't be gone. That's just got to be smoke." He said, "Mike, they're not there. They're not there." Got out to the house and then did days and days of nonstop broadcasting from my basement. I had a basement studio in Manhasset in my home there. We had built out a studio back then, and thank goodness we had it because we couldn't get back into Manhattan.
Interesting though. That's so searing what you're saying.
Wow,
is that they cleared you out of the Empire State Building
after the first plane. The alarms went off. The
plane
State
hit.
Building.
No towers down. Plane and
first plane, and it was before the second plane. We were
Look
already
at that.
in the.
Look at that.
Yeah, that was amazing, and that's rarely been reported. But I always thought over the years.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking at the time how astute they were to say that they knew they had to get people out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Mike.
we're going to play something today, Joe, that is very
sir.
memorable, and for our audiences who've listened to me for years. It's a tribute to the 9/11 victims and to the power. We were joking about prayer, but it's no joking matter.
That's right.
The power of our faith during times like these, and it's called Silent Night, and it's a tribute that KRLA, our friends in Los Angeles, Salem, Los Angeles, put together. And it's a message. It's God narrating the events of 9/11.
Wow.
So we'll play that. It's very powerful.
Wow.
I think it'll give you chills, and it'll put it in perspective. And we're going to talk to the great Tom Von Essen, who was the.
Look at that.
I love Tom
Fire
and his
commissioner,
family. He was the fire commissioner on 9/11.
Yeah.
He's down here for a memorial service,
man.
and we're going to talk to him at 11:05 on Skype. We got our brand new Skyping and video streaming going on at Mike
you are
Online.
very fancy.
Well, we're trying to keep up with you guys.
No, we still go telegraph is the way we communicate here.
Film back here. The guy with an 8mm.
Yeah, teletype.
Give us
You're the
15
guy.
minutes.
Mike Gallagher,
Give
10:05
you
on
the world.
yeah, 10:05 on AM 970. The
All
answer.
right, great seeing you guys. Great job with Mattingly. That was so
Thank you.
cool.
Thank
What
you,
a
thank
great,
you.
great guy.
Coming from you, Mike
Well,
Gallagher, appreciate that.
Great
man.
radio.
God
you guys
bless
keep
you.
hitting it out of the park.
On
Keep
this
it up.
day, we love you,
Yeah,
Mike.
we love
Thank
you too, guys. Take
Okay,
care.
10:05, Mike Gallagher, AM 970. The answer.
Everybody knows this guy. No, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.